Hello everyone and welcome to Stoneblock. This is episode 3. Hello. So at the end of the last episode we had some malfunctions with recording, and I had some malfunctions with the recording of the episodes here. Something was going on with the Xbox. I reset it 3 times and it still didn't want to record. When I finally got it to record, we did a test clip. We tried to delete that, and a bunch of things got deleted in the process. So you guys kind of saw this at the very end of the last episode, and we will talk about it now. So I left off with we're composting down cactus to get bone meal. We've been growing a bunch of trees. In our quest book, we have the gather of 64 logs. We have make 32 chests and then get a full chest of wooden planks. Wooden planks will have to wait. We did organize all of our stuff, so we have the mob drops in here. You guys saw this at the end of the last episode. But in here we have all of our wood items. Now, I mistakenly thought we needed 3 stacks of logs to make a stack of chests. It's a stack of logs per half stack of chests. So I ended up making 2 stacks of chests, which wasn't needed, but we are going to be lining up chests like this kind of all around the base just to make it all uniform. So we got all of our wood stuff in here. I did take my excess oak saplings and I composted them down just to get more bone meal for the white dye, for the lime dye, for the grass. In this chest up here, I have my valuables. I've taken a few things out that we are going to be needing today. In this chest here, we have all of our cobblestone. Trying to get up to that double chest full of cobblestone, but we need a lot of stuff, so we keep hammering it down and sifting it. This is a chest of just oddball stones. We have our food that we started with in this chest here. This chest down here, I've got the sandstone that I've been collecting from sifting, and I made an extra grass block, so it's in there. This chest was being used as kind of a project box, which I don't have anything in there anymore. And then this is just our oddball tools. I took some emeralds and made another emerald pickaxe. We have our stone hammer in here, our shears, kind of our beginning pickaxe. We have all of our other emerald tools in a water bucket. And then we have a piece of flint here for the nether portal at some time. I did go ahead and make this. Took some redstone and a bucket and put 3 pieces of lava here, turned it into obsidian. I mined it out and then I placed it in where it needed to go. Just kind of an easier, faster way of me doing it. Then let's see. So we're still checking on the mob farm here, there, and everywhere. But we dug out this way. This is a 25 block hallway, just like the mob farm. And we have this little patch of grass over here. I took the bone meal out of the barrel over there and went in here and started showing you guys how you can bone meal this and get the different flowers. So we got all these different flowers and we got some seeds from breaking the grass, but what we're really after is the red dye. So we had this spawn in, and a new feature in the 1.13 is we can bone meal this and flowers will grow around it, which is very nice. So we can easily get more poppies, they're called poppies, yes, without needing to sit here and just constantly bone meal, because we were getting all the different colors of flowers. So let's see, for today, I think what we've got right now is going to be enough. We're going to go ahead and get that out of there. What I need to do now, as per the guidebook, if we go through here, or what I'm working on, is that right there. Get 64 grass, we've got that done, and kill 30 farm animals. So hopefully some passive mobs will start spawning in here. 32 chests we've already done. The next chest that I really want to work on is this craft an ender hammer. Kind of spoke about that in the last episode about the different hammers, and I think we've got everything that we need to make it. Get out of here. These slimes are kind of a pain. I think I talked about it in an episode about potentially kind of slabbing up this area or maybe turning it into a glass floor with something underneath. Just because of the slime balls But I don't think we're going to do that. Let's see. We need a new chest. Let's use this chest. We have 3, so we need 5 more poppies. We're going to throw the rest of all this stuff in here. And then we're going to turn these poppies into red dye. We're going to take the bone meal that we have excess of and put it in there. And then we are going to get out of here. Here we go. So the reason for the slime balls, or why I think they're pretty good, is we could take and make a blaze farm, and then we can get magma cream pretty easy, where we don't have to go and find the magma cubes and slay them, because we are going to probably want to make a bunch of these meteorite ingots. Now the ender iron is pretty good. It's fairly easy to make. We can make an eye of ender using this recipe here, and then 1 piece of iron and an eye of ender will make the ender iron. In our quest book, if we look through that real quick, you'll see we have to craft the full set of emerald armor and tools, and then as we go through, we have make a full set of meteorite armor. So it doesn't say anything about making the ender stuff. Now, this would be a little bit, to me, a little difficult until we get to the end and we can get our hands on some more ender pearls. I'm going to go into my copy of my world at some point and check to see if this stuff is better than the meteorite armor or not. Because maybe the meteorite stuff isn't what we like. That's the next stage. We've got the emerald armor and the emerald tools. Maybe we're wanting to use the meteorite stuff and then go to the ender stuff, and then it'll be the draconium and the awakened draconium at the end. I don't know. But there's no quest for it, but I'm definitely going to make it. Now over here at the sieve, we are going to take, I believe it's like this, and with one of these, and then we'll need a little bit of redstone. We get an eye of ender. So we'll make a secondary eye of ender real quick. We will craft that up with a piece of iron, and now we have our ender iron. Do that again. Very nice. It's got infinity 1 on it. That's odd. We'll craft those with 3 diamonds. And now we have an ender hammer. So if we go back real quick and we grab a little bit of this cobblestone, we'll just take a half a stack with us. This is why I can't get that double chest of cobblestone. Anyway, what we can do with this ender hammer, or what makes this insanely nice, is we can do 16 blocks at a time. Unfortunately, the ender hammer doesn't stay in that slot when we do it, but this is going to be a much faster way of crafting dirt, or I'm sorry, hammering dirt, hammering into gravel. If we took this, we can still do 16. Really nice. Oh man, that's going to make my job so much easier. There we go. So we're going to keep this thing on us. I do believe if we go down here and look, you know, let's use this. I probably bet you that's for this, so we can run down here. I just don't like to do it on camera, as to me that's dizzy. That's making me dizzy. Let's see. So there's the ender. Here we go. Meteorite hammers. So 2 meteorite ingots and 3 blaze rods, and we can hammer 32, half a stack of stuff at a time. Now obviously we'll want to keep our basic hammer, because we won't always want to be hammering 16 or 32 items at a time. But once we get into the nether, that's something we're definitely going to go after. Now, this is episode 3, and those of you that know me and know me fairly well, I should have already been in the nether exploring and doing all of that stuff, but I do want to go down the quests. So we've got the 64 logs. I should say we've got quest 1 and 2 done, 3 and 4 are done, 5 and 6 are done, 7 is still a work in progress, 8 is done, 9 is a work in progress, 10 is done, 11 is a work in progress, and now 12 is done. We're working on 13. So killing the 30 farm animals. So the next thing is make another portal. We've already done that. We have to get in there and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking probably in the next episode we will go to the Nether. But before we do that, I want to do some more work over here. I've got plans for this base. Obviously, you guys can see we've thrown in some stone and stuff, and I got a piece of, or a light up there and a light down here, making it nice and cozy. We've got lights in the floor. You can kind of see the spot right here where we have the light, and just slabs over it. So we've got the passive mob farm, we've got the hostile mob farm, and what I want to do next is get rid of these temporary pieces of dirt here. And even though I hammered this to gravel, I meant to keep it as dirt. We'll go sift the gravel at a later time. I want to build a room to where we can do some growing of trees. I want to make a big enough room to where we can grow spruce trees. Now, I don't know how tall these things get, so we're going to have to do some testing. But if we look at this, it just says get a full chest of wooden planks. It doesn't specify oak or birch or none of that stuff. So I think we want to go for the spruce trees, as we can get 64 logs plus a bit really quickly. And it'll make filling up a double chest full of wood really, really easy, which shouldn't be too bad. Another thing I want to do is try to figure out what kind of block we want to use in the walls here and then the roof up there. I've got a plan for what I want to use in the roof, but we're going to have to wait till a later time. Yeah, I don't know. I think some polished andesite with some stone brick and cracked stone brick would look really good, and maybe have some stairs in here, just given that little, depth. But that is another plan for another time. So let's go in here and kill off some mobs while we chat for just a little bit, or another little second before we get off to what we're doing. So obviously I need to build a pretty big room, but I don't know how big. So we're going to have to probably take to creative and figure out how tall the average tree is, and then just add a few blocks, and we're going to need to dig that much. The one thing that I'm considering or struggling to figure out is we're at Y level 30. So we don't have that many. That was a 30. We're at Y level 30. And we don't have that much room to go down. So we're going to have to go up. So if I need 25 blocks of space, we're going to want to dig up to where our room is going to be. And I don't think we need to go out 20 blocks or 25 blocks like these are. I think if we just went out a couple of blocks and then started digging out a hole, it'd be really nice. So we're kind of killing two birds with one stone by doing that. As why am I keeping these? Because I don't really have anywhere to throw them away yet. Getting this double chest full of cobblestone, this room will help that out severely. And I think one of the last quests towards the end is get 10 double chests filled with cobblestone. That is going to be a pain. So anyway, that's another reason why I crafted up this secondary pickaxe, is so we could get after digging out this huge room. So I guess I'm going to clean out a little bit of my inventory here, get rid of this book. I think everything else we have is good. Nope. I don't need this on me at the moment, and we are going to dig ourselves out a decent sized room. Now, I lost some footage with not being able to record that and stuff, so we're going to make up for it. I was planning this for kind of the end of this episode or the beginning of next episode, but yeah, we're gonna figure this out, and I will be back. All right, so we've been pretty busy on that section over there. What I did, I was planning on putting the tree farm like right here, and I went ahead and spaced it out a little bit further because I wanted to grow these big spruce trees. So I got on the internet and looked up the requirements for this, and it said it wants a 5x5 around the tree. So because I have the odd numbers here, I went ahead and did a 3x3 of dirt here, even though we're only going to grow a tree right there. And then up here, this is actually a 7x7 area, so it doesn't really matter if I grow the tree in any of these corners, but we have the room to grow the large spruce trees. And I also put down these little sections here all the way around so we can grab some oak saplings and we can be growing multiple different trees. Let's actually grab a little bit of oak saplings, which I only have 4 because I've composted the rest of them to get the bone meal for the grass and things like that. So we will go ahead and throw this down like that. I've been messing around in this room for quite a bit of time. We've obviously dug out quite a bit. This is a 10 block tall room, and then this is 7 blocks around. It goes all the way up. And I noticed that some slimes have been spawning in here, so I think we're going to take this down by a block, or a half slab anyway. This way no slimes can spawn in here, because the minute we run away to go to our main room over here, oops, I should have planted this. Let's just, sure, why not? When we were digging and we were getting our inventory full of cobblestone, we'd come over here and dump it out, and there'd be slimes in here. We go back in there to do some work, and there'd be more slime spawning in there. Now, speaking of cobblestone, we have completed a quest. We have a double chest full of cobblestone. Hooray! We actually have a secondary chest almost filled up, and we're going to be able to fill up quite a bit of cobblestone because of what's going on over there. Now, the reason I did the staircase like so is so we can come all the way up, we can come out here, punch away a little bit of leaves, and then we can dig this tree all the way down. So traditionally, when you find these trees spawned in the world, you would do a little staircase going all the way up to the top of the tree in a spiral. And then, well, that's what I do anyway. And when we reach the top, we stand in the middle, and then I harvest the rest of the tree all the way down. So rather than doing that, I wanted the staircase. I thought that would look a little bit better and be just a little easier than me running all the way up the tree, chopping just to chop myself back down. We can run up the stairs. Plus it adds a little bit of, you know, we have a platform that goes up instead of all being on this level. So the reason I want to do the spruce is also to do with our quest book. We have a quest for a chest of planks. Now, I said this in the last clip, or maybe it was 2 clips ago, that that's enough saplings to grow another tree. We get over a stack of logs every time we do this. So 1 stack of logs will equal, what is that, 4 stacks of planks if we just craft them up right now. 2, 3, 4. And obviously it'll be relatively quick. Speaking of which, yeah, we got time. If we go down here to the bottom, I did say something about the leaves despawning and the trees growing quickly. Our random tick speed is set to 5. I was curious about that, so I checked. So these trees have a tendency to grow, as you see there. And we'll just collect all of that. Nice. Nice. Anyway, we will be able to get ourselves a chest of wood or planks relatively quickly. Now, the quest does say a chest, not a double chest. So we only need to get 27 stacks. And if we go in here and we grab our quest book real quick. Quest 1's complete. Quest 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are done. 7 we're still working on. 8 is done. Cobble Life 9 is done. Get a full double chest of cobblestone. Quest 10, make 32 chests is done. Quest 11, get a full chest of wooden planks. Now this one says get a full double chest. This is a full chest, so we We don't need a double chest. And we crafted the ender hammer. Get 64 grass and kill 30 farm animals is a quest that we are still working on. We're still killing mobs. We haven't really gained anything. We lost a few bones because I did the bone meal and things like that. But as we've been working, I've been keeping an eye on this area over here. Nothing has spawned in here. I do believe that this meets the light levels that's needed and things like that, as there are no hostile mobs that are spawning. Maybe I need to dig this another block taller, but I don't think so. Also, what I'm thinking is potentially I should do this. And if we go up the stairs up here, we kind of peak out at level 54. Now, I did have, before I dug this out to a 7x7, I did have another block or another stair up, and we were at level 55. So, yeah, I'm thinking about moving the hostile mob farm. I did look up, and I didn't see anything about a Y level mattering. I might have to do just a little bit more research and see what it really says. Oh no, look at that little tree. Oh, and all the oak has grown, maybe? Not back here. That is a cool tree. Interesting. So, with that being said, there's a few things that we're doing here. Obviously, we need a fair amount of wood to get the quest done. The other thing that I need is I'm going to need a fair amount of charcoal. The reason for the charcoal is over here. We looked at this recipe. We need these fire charges for these meteorite ingots, which are just gold, which kind of worries me just a little bit. To be honest with you, how well is this sword going to work? I don't know. We are going to find out, but if you look in here, we need 3, 5, 10, 18. What is that? 7 ingots there, so that's 25. 29 ingots plus the 2 for the hammer, wherever that is. So we're looking at something like 30 ingots total, because we'll probably have to make something more than once, which means we need 30 of these recipes. So we're going to need 30 pieces of charcoal, we're going to need 30 gunpowder, things like that. But that is pretty much going to do it for me today. We've been fairly busy. This took a while to dig out, took us about an hour, not too bad. I think we're going to go ahead and off camera, we're going to dig this area out and we'll keep harvesting some wood. And then I think we're going to do something with this floor in here anyway. But that is another project for another time. As always, guys, if you liked the video, please let me know. It really helps me out a lot. Leave a comment. And as always, if you're new here, consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.